Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Thriving Teen Tuesday. Today, I am talking about reinventing yourself, and here I am with my fresh new cut, okay? That is not the reason why we're talking about reinventing yourself. It just happened to be so right when I've cut my hair. I cut my hair about a month ago. I just wanted to, change it up. And that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about, how to change it up as a teen and what are some things that we can do to better ourselves for the next school year. And you're thinking, why is this lady talking about the next school year already? We're only in March. Yes. If we don't start talking about it now, you won't be able to do the baby steps in order to get to where you need to be come fall. So in this video, we're going to talk about some things that you can assess to prepare yourself to be the better version of yourself, because we can always be better. The key to reinventing yourself is not being brand new. It's assessing who you are as a person and what do you want to be known for, right? It's not just, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, what is the legacy that you want to leave behind? And it's very important that you guys start thinking in those terms of, okay, these are the things that I'm interested in. This is the impact I can make as we're selecting careers, as we're selecting life choices, partners, all of those things. These things come into play. So it's very important that you can assess and see, okay, this is who I believe I am. Am I presenting it in the best way? And one of the things that you can do is you can look at your circle. They say the 5 people that you hang out with are who you are. Look at the circle. Who are the type of people that I'm hanging out with? Also, ask them. They're your friends, right? They should be able to tell you the truth. Hey, this is what I want to present as, but what do you guys see me as? And hopefully, prayerfully, they'll be able to give you constructive feedback on what are some things that you can change. If you notice that everybody doesn't like something about you, and every friend group that you go to, they don't like you for something. It's not the friend group, it's you. So take that time to take a pause back and look and see, okay, what are some things that I can do to make it better? Am I speaking to people in a respectful manner? Is that how I would want them to speak to me? Those are all, what are your values? Like, do you know what your values are? If you don't, you should research. What are some things that are important to me? Jot it down, meditate on it, and recognize that these are things that you need to operate in. So another thing that you want to do is upgrade your habits. You can't do the same habits every day and expect there to be a change. So what are some things that you're doing? If you recognize that, okay, maybe you're not having enough time to finish things. Okay, let's get up a little bit earlier. Even if it's 30 minutes earlier, it makes a whole lot of a difference. What is your mindset when you get up? Are you getting up with the, you know what, I can do this. I got today. You're giving yourself words of affirmation. You're moving, not just getting up. You look at the time, you click the snooze. That starts you off in a lazy mood. It starts you off in a procrastination mood. So you get up, you jump out of bed, you say your prayer, you do whatever you need to do, and you move. The slow start in the morning normally ends to a slow start in the afternoon and an even slower start in the evening. And I know we said, we work better in the evening. No, you wasted the whole day, okay? You wasted the whole day. And in the evening, now when the day is over, you're trying to make up for it and do all your assignments, etc. These are things that are not good habits. So you definitely want to be able to maximize on all the time that you have, not just the squeezing in everything in the last 2 hours. Another very important aspect of this is self-confidence, self-love. As you feel it, so do you show it, right? If you walk in a room and you feel good about yourself, you're like, oh, you know what? I put this on today. You walk in that confidence. So walking in that confidence, walking in that authority to know that, you know what, I put my best foot forward. Everybody around you can see and tell that you have put your best foot forward and that you're trying. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody is perfect, but at least you're trying. And I think that's very important. The disadvantage of reinventing yourself at this stage is everybody already knows who you are currently, right? So what happens is they'll be like, oh, it's not gonna last. Oh, you're only like this for a couple of days or whatever. Or they judge you, they speak to you like who you were previously, right? And they don't recognize that you're making the steps. Because unfortunately, the people in our closest circle, when we start to change, it takes them a little bit longer to catch on. And a lot of times they don't see it as a positive change. They see it as a negative change. Oh, now you're brand new. You don't have time for us. You don't want to hang out with us anymore. Okay, well, I'm not hanging out because I'm studying. yes, it's not fun for the friend group, but it is good for me to be able to spend that time to study and to better my future. So a lot of times we'll get that feedback and then we'll be like, okay, well, maybe I could slow down a little bit. Well, maybe, okay, maybe I don't need to do this. No, that is wrong. That is a red flag. You should not do that. If you are doing something to better your future, do not allow the people in your current or your past to hold you back. If they're not in alignment, not on the bandwagon, feel free to leave them behind, okay? Because at the end of the day, we all know when you grow, when you become whoever it is that you're destined to be, you're not, these people that you know in middle school, high school, they're not always going to be your best friends, okay? You're going to look back and you'll be like, what's their name again? You're going to look in the yearbook and it's like, oh, I remember that. That used to be my close friends. And you don't even have their number. So not saying that you should discard people, but I'm saying that you should recognize that the people in your current circle are not going to be the people in your current circle in 20 years, in 10 years, maybe even 5 years, okay? So don't let that hold you back from being who you need to be because you want to fit into the mold that they currently have. It's okay to break out of the mold and to create a new dimension, all right? And it's okay for them to not be your friend. If they're not going to be your friend because you're growing and you want to be better, that's okay. That's not your friend anyway. So if you're ready to succeed, if you're ready to thrive, if you're ready to do all the great things, this is your moment. You don't have to wait till a new year. You don't have to wait till fall. You don't have to wait till something grandiose happens. You can start with the baby steps today. Writing down what are some things that I don't like, what are some things that I like but I could improve, and what are some things that I need to start brand new. You can write these down and you can make the baby steps to get there. If you're liking this video, like, share, and subscribe. Please share it with your friends, share it with your parents, and all those things so they don't see that, you're on YouTube or TikTok for nothing. Parents, we're learning. And in closing, I would like to remind us to write it down. A lot of times we say we want to do this, and this, but we don't track it. And because we don't track it, we don't recognize that, wait, we actually met those milestones, or maybe we're 2 steps away from those milestones. So write it down. If you're not writing it on a piece of paper, use your phone in the notes section, put goals or title it, Reinventing Myself, Thriving, whatever it is that you want to title it, and list the things that you want to do. And then go back periodically. If you say, okay, every month I'm going to do a check-in, I would highly recommend the more frequent you do the check-in, the better. So every month I'm going to do a check-in, check, okay, I said I was going to do this and this. Did I meet up to it? Okay, maybe I didn't. Sure. What are some things that I can do? Oh, I met it. It was easier than I thought. What else can I add to it? You have to do these self-evaluations on a frequent basis. It would be great if you could have an accountability partner, another person, a peer or so that also wants to take the step with you, or an adult figure or parental guidance, whatever, somebody that can hold you accountable. They can say, maybe they're not doing the steps step by step with you, but they can say, oh, you know what, Mabel, you said that in 2 weeks you wanted to check to see if you're on track. Have you checked? And then you'll be like, you know what, I forgot about it. Thanks for reminding me. Accountability partners are very, very important. So I highly recommend it. So PSA to the parents, I am part of a mentorship program with iLift, and it's a program that we discuss things with youth and also parents. I'm going to be leading the parents section, and we're going to be talking about looking beyond the attitude, and it's starting April 9th, and it's going to be every week on a Thursday. So we'll have the information. I'll post it here as well for those who are interested. You can sign up to join, and just going to be brief discussions about looking beyond the attitude, understanding the Gen Z language, understanding their emotions, and finding ways to connect with them. So that's something new that's going to be starting, again, in collaboration with iLift. I'm going to be posting that as well, starting April 9th. And it's going to be virtual. So wherever you are, in your pajamas, in your bonnet, at work, whatever the case may be, please make sure that you tune in, and let's continue to thrive together. I am super excited. Reinventing yourself is starting right now, okay? What are some little things that we can do to thrive? It is very important. It's not just about the haircut, okay? It's about the attitude. It is about the mindset. It is about the feelings, the vibes, all of those things. Let's move together and let's thrive.